This is long overdue because lately some of y'all just do not know how to act. And whether or not you're ready for this adult conversation, your zodiac sign is getting roasted. Because y'all need to put your self-awareness in fucking check. Let's start with Aries, shall we? Can y'all just like calm down? Can you just calm down? You throw temper tantrums, you get so angry over like such little things, and you're so like, just everything just has to be just done immediately. Like y'all got no patience. Always make a mess. Y'all never know how to express your feelings and your anger. The most impulsive people I've ever met. Y'all, you don't even bother to make a plan. You just go for it, and then you regret the decision because you didn't plan it out ahead of time, and then you have the audacity to get upset about it because you can't control your emotions. It's a full fucking circle. It's like you did this to yourselves. I'm just saying. My Taurus babies. I know so many Tauruses who are some of the best people ever. They're so sweet, they're so down to earth, and y'all are also stubborn as hell. Not gonna lie, it's a little stupid after a while. It's like, you are not always right. Hate to tell ya. Usually when you're wrong, you know you're wrong. You just don't want to admit it, and you don't want to do anything about it. You're also spoiled. Like, I love you and I respect the desire to have nice things in life, but it's like, you can't have nice things all the time, especially like when you're not willing to put in the work for it. I can't argue with Taurus because they're literally not gonna go anywhere. They're like the bull for a reason. It's very annoying, which is so strange because it's like they're such nice people usually. It's a shame. It's a damn shame, really. Ooh, Geminis. So, unpopular opinion, I actually really like Geminis. I am a fellow air sign. We get along super well. However, I will say, from the bottom of my heart, regardless of how much I love them, Geminis do live up to the two-faced reputation that they have maintained. The whole twin thing, yeah, pretty damn accurate. Y'all can't keep a decision for shit. You can't make up your damn mind. Like, one day you'll have one attitude, the next day you'll have another attitude. I swear to God, the amount of times that I've texted a Gemini after a meltdown, being like, oh my God, are you okay? Like, literally 2 hours later, and they're like, yeah, I'm fine, I was just being dramatic. Like, sis, bipolar much? And personally, as a two-faced individual, because I live for the drama, like, having Gemini friends, it is so fun. It is so fun. Oh my God. Talk about like tea spilling, sis. The Geminis are the best ones to spill tea with. But unfortunately, that also means that they like to gossip. Sisses can't keep secrets at all. And they probably don't like you. Cancers. I dated a Cancer. You know, you got your emotional signs, but Cancers are on like a whole new level. And like, y'all switch moods like in 2 seconds. Like, oh my God, you're angry, you're sad, you're happy, all in the span of like 30 minutes. And your friends can't keep up with you. Not to mention, you treat your friends like your therapist. And we are not your therapists. We don't care most of the time. And usually the problems that you have are incredibly petty, and they're not worth anybody else's time. Nobody cares. Yeah, and like all these emotions, like you need to learn how to let them go. You need to learn how to feel them, acknowledge them, and just watch them roll right by. See a therapist. I think you really should see a therapist. Oh, Leos. Other people exist besides you. Believe it or not. I know. What? Oh my God, I'm not the only person in the world? Like, yes, bitch. Leos are confident as fuck, and they'll fight you, but it's like the whole world has to revolve around them all the damn time. Gets irritating. Virgos are... Everybody likes to think of Virgos as like the introvert of the astrological signs. I definitely think Virgos are very type A, and I think that they work themselves to death because they like to, but they don't know where to draw the line. I definitely think that's one of their biggest flaws, is it's like, you are the OCD of the entire astrological chart. Like, that's you. Like, you have to constantly be doing something productive. You always have to be working, and it's like, you can't just fucking relax. I swear to God, like, your life doesn't have to be perfect. Not everything has to be where you think it should be. Like, not everything has to fall into place the way that you think it should. Just let life happen. It's very challenging for you to just go with the flow. Like, it just doesn't happen. Y'all got the flexibility of a fucking, like, tree trunk. Swear to God. So I am a Libra. And boy, oh boy, considering that I hate myself, I've got a lot of roasts for Libras. First of all, going back to the whole we get along with Geminis thing, we're so fake. My fellow Libras, don't pretend like you don't know. We're fake as hell. It depends on who you are. And then when you have two different friend groups coming together at the same time, you don't know what the fuck to do, because both of your fake personalities in front of the other group, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work because you made personalities for each group. And suddenly it's like both of those personalities are void. So like, who are you, really? Not to mention that you hate conflict. Libras hate conflict because they always want everything to be balanced and harmonious and peaceful and blah, 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 blah. And usually that means that they end up getting walked all over, because everybody's always like, oh my God, Libra is so charming, like so nice, like so great, everybody loves them. And it's like, no, we only are that way because we want everybody to be happy. So, like, when a bitch ain't happy, we'll do pretty much anything to make them happy, because that's just who we are. And usually it means we're gonna get, like, stomped all over, especially if it's, like, a Cancer or a Leo. Just saying. So, we problematic. Scorpios. Don't get me wrong, I have mad respect for Scorpios because I definitely think that they can stand their own. They are strong, they are confident, and they are not afraid of a challenge. But you guys are the absolute bitches of the astrological signs. I hate Scorpios. I'm sorry. I don't think there's a single Scorpio that I've ever met that I got along with. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy bitches. Not to mention that you're lazy as hell. Like, it's so weird to me. It's like, y'all don't even give a fuck. But it's like, when you do give a fuck, you get mean. You're so mean. Oh my God. Like, and you take advantage of other people because you're a big fat bulldozer. Yeah. I don't know why, but I always think of Sagittariuses as like sluts. I don't know why. I don't know where that came from. I don't even know if that's accurate or not. But just like, a part of my mind is always like, oh yeah, the Sagittariuses, the sluts of the horoscope signs or astrologicals, whatever they're called. You're honest, which you try to pass off as a good thing, but in reality all you are is mean. And especially when it comes to like committing and like relationships and shit, like y'all don't give two shits. Y'all in and y'all out, and y'all are like, oh, I wasn't looking for anything serious, it's like whatever, but you still string people along as if that's your excuse because it's like you were honest with them, you know? You out here breaking hearts for no reason other than that you are emotionally unavailable. I'm just saying. Capricorns have a stick up their ass. Y'all are accomplished as hell, but y'all have a bit of a stick up your ass. It's like, I promise you're good enough. You need to sit down and stop trying so hard because it's a little concerning. You also need to step back from your career. Like, take a step back. There are other things going on in your life, including your social life, which I know you guys probably don't tend to look at as much because you're like, emotion, what? Your career is not the only thing out there for you. And you're gonna die alone unless you figure that out. So Aquarius is like, they're probably the astrological sign I know the least amount about. I do tend to associate them with like the basic Tumblr bitch. You know, like, oh, I'm so different. I'm so special. I'm unique. It's like, no, you're not, sis. You're just another white bitch who's, you know, trying to play the victim. But that's none of my business. I mean, you're bold. I'll give you that. You're out there and you're doing your own thing, but you seem to think that your own thing makes you like the heroine of every fucking novel ever, and it's really annoying. And last but not least, our babies, the Pisces, the most sensitive people I've ever had pleasure of meeting. I love you, Pisces. I do. You're probably the sweetest of all the signs, but you care way too much about what other people think of you. Way too much. Coming from a Libra, that's saying something. You are constantly looking for other people's approval, and you completely disregard your own wants and needs to make that happen. And you are incredibly upset over the silliest, littlest things that don't matter to anybody else except you. So you can really get mad tunnel vision, Pisces. Like, you are just like zeroed in on this one fucking thing that has made you upset, and you have to fix it. It's not that big of a deal. It's really not that big of a deal. So yeah, you should also see a therapist. So yeah, to sum up, y'all all need to calm down and chill out and yeah, check yourselves. It had to be said. Just stay aware, because you're all messes.